What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody is doing well today. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, we will be reacting to 101 facts about Canada. Now, this video is already like 25 minutes long, so I don't want to go on one of my big extreme rants, and I don't want to continue to pause a lot throughout this video. So we're just going to go ahead and watch through, and I'll only pause if I feel it's necessary. Let's jump right into it, man.
Number 1. The name Canada comes from the St. Lawrence Iroquoian word Kanata, which means village or settlement. This turned out to be somewhat of an understatement because...
Shout out to Heritage Minutes, man. They taught me that.
Pause for emphasis. Number 2. One of the first things you should realize about Canada is that it's huge. It's the second largest country by total area and the fourth largest by land area, covering 9.98 million square kilometers. Number 3. If you are somehow struggling to grasp the sheer enormity of Canada, you should know that Canada spans across not 1, not 2, not even 3, 4, or 5, but 6 time zones. Number 4.
Yeah.
Canada also has the world's largest coastline at 202,080 kilometers. That's almost 4 times longer than the coastline of the second-placed country, Indonesia, which has a coastline measuring a measly 54,716 kilometers. Get it together, Indonesia. Nah, just kidding. Size doesn't matter. I've heard. Number 5. Canada is home to the world's northernmost permanently inhabited place, the aggressively named Alert, found in the territory of Nunavut. The temperature in Alert only rises above freezing in the summertime, descending in the winter to a truly horrifying average temperature of around minus 40 degrees. As such, the population of Alert is quite understandably a tiny, probably constantly shivering 62 people. Number 6. Canada has the longest binational land border, which it shares with the United States, who I understand love a good border. It measures in at 8,809. It shares with the United States, who I understand love a good border.
I seen it. Ow. Was it like one of those moments I was supposed to pause? Like right
has the longest...
You've seen it too, though, right? I'm not going to keep doing it. You've seen it, though, right?
It measures in at 8,891 kilometers long, much of which is made up of the border between Canada and the American state of Alaska. Number 7. Despite Canada being absolutely chuffing massive, the vast majority of Canadians live within a couple hundred kilometers of this border. Probably due to the fact that anywhere further north than this is genital shrinkingly cold. Number 8. The capital city of Canada is Ottawa, home to a population of around 934,000 people. Despite being the capital, Ottawa is not the largest Canadian city and is in fact the 5th. Come on, Ottawa, get it together. Number 9. The name Ottawa comes from the Anishinaabe word meaning trade or exchange and is rather disappointingly nothing to do with otters. Oh man, I love otters. What am I going to do with this picture of otters now? Oh, let's look at this for a sec. Okay, let's move on. Number 10. The largest city in Canada is actually Toronto, home of 2,731,571 people. Toronto is also the birthplace of rapper Drake. Are these facts related? You decide. Number 11. Toronto actually used to be called...
It's like I can't get away from hearing the word Toronto with Drake being attached to it. I can't get away from it, man. It never fails. It never fails. I promise you.
York. God, first New York, now this. What is it with North Americans always stealing our place names? Number 12. Canada is officially bilingual, with both English and French having equal status at the federal level across Canada, as well as all over people's tongues. English is the mother tongue of approximately 60% of the people, whereas le français is the mother tongue of around 20% of the population. I've said tongues too many times now. Tongue. Ugh. Number 13. Before the arrival of European colonizers in the early 16th century, Canada had been inhabited by Indigenous people for thousands of years. These people are generally split into 3 groups: First Nations, Inuit, and Métis. And together, they spoke over 60 different languages from 10 separate language families. And this was way before Google Translate, remember, so life must have been incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
Asking someone for soup and accidentally asking to rot with their aunt or something. Number 14. The First Nations are Canadians from Indigenous groups south of the Arctic Circle. In fact, there are 634 recognised First Nations communities across Canada. Number 15. Heading north, we find the Inuit people, who are spread across several countries in the Arctic Circle. As agriculture was never really an option in the freezing climates of the Inuits' home, unless they were farming for ice, Inuit culture is very heavily centered around a proud hunting tradition. Hardcore. Number 16. The Métis are Canadians of mixed Indigenous and European heritage. Actually, the word Métis simply means mixed. These mixed communities tended to marry among themselves.
Métis, it just means mixed? Well, whoever thought of that?
And they probably held a hell of a bash too, eventually developing a distinct cultural identity of their own. Good for them. Number 17. The Nunavut territory in northern Canada was only created in 1999, back when Prince was partying, and prior to that it was included entirely in the Northwestern Territories. This was done to give the native Inuit population more autonomy over their affairs. Number 18. Just so you know, the most recently created Canadian province or territory, which is Nunavut, remember, accounts for over a fifth of the nation's entire land area, making it about 210 times the size of Canada's smallest province or territory, Prince Edward's Island. If Nunavut was its own country, it would be the 15th largest country on the planet. Once again, Canada is very, very big. They just don't flaunt it very often, probably out of politeness or something. Number 19. The first Prime Minister of Canada was John A. Macdonald, who served as the nation's leader twice. First between 1867 and 1873, and then again between 1878 and 1891. He is remembered fondly for having a farm. Oh no, sorry, that's the other Macdonald. He is remembered fondly for helping form modern-day Canada, and remembered less fondly for his party taking bribes from railway companies and his insistence that French-speaking resistance leader Louis Riel be executed. Don't mess with Macdonald's farm. Number 20. The current Prime Minister of Canada is Justin Trudeau. Oh, what a dreamboat. Who is the eldest son of former Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau, making him the first Canadian Prime Minister to be related to a former holder of the post. In case you're thinking that's false, it's actually Trudeau. Okay, sorry.
Okay, this is outdated. We all know that Justin Trudeau is no longer the Prime Minister of Canada. No longer the Prime Minister. It's Mark Carney. Mark Carney is the new Prime Minister 2025. The new Canadian Prime Minister, man. How long ago was this video made? I know we're probably a couple years late.
Justin Trudeau is also the first president who was actually born in the capital of Ottawa. The more you know. Number 22. As far as we know, Justin Trudeau is the only Canadian Prime Minister to have a tattoo, which depicts the Earth surrounded by a Hyder raven. The more I find out about him, the dreamier he gets. Number 23. Raven. The more I find out about him, the dreamier he gets. Number 23. Canada only became completely independent in 1982, with the passing of the Constitution Act. Prior to that, the British Parliament retained the power to amend Canada's constitution at the request of the Parliament of Canada. Yeah, sorry, we did that a lot back then. Number 24. Despite being a sovereign nation, Canada's head of state is Queen Elizabeth II, who, as you may or may not know, lives primarily in England. Love you, your Madge. Her position as Yas Queen is represented in Canada by Governor General, a position currently held by David Johnston. Number 25. As mentioned previously, Canada is officially bilingual at the federal level, and the heart of French-speaking Canada is found in the province of Quebec. The people of Quebec have a strong identity of their own, so much so that there has been 2 separate votes on making Quebec an independent country. The second of these was agonizingly close. With over 5 million votes cast,
Quebec being an independent country now, do you really think Quebec could become its own country?
The second of these was agonizingly close. With over 5 million votes cast, those campaigning to remain part of Canada won with a ridiculously slim majority of 50.56% of the vote. Oh boy, this comment section is going to be fun, isn't it? Number 26. The name Quebec comes from the Algonquin word Quebec, which means where the river narrows. This refers to the narrowing of the St. Lawrence River, and no, that's not my St. Lawrence. Lovely Jen. Oh, Jen. Oh, she narrows for no man. Number 27. Montreal, the largest city in Quebec, is the second biggest city in the world after Paris, with a French-speaking population. That's something an incorrect person would say. This often cited Montreal factoid hasn't been true for a while, as Montreal have been overtaken by 2 French-speaking cities in Africa, pushing Montreal into 4th place. Faites-le ensemble, Montreal.
Interesting.
Number
Good
28.
to know, man.
Of Canada's population of over 35 million people, just over 7 million are native French speakers. C'est bon. fellas. Number 29. Montreal is a very funny place. I'm even laughing just saying it, because it's the home of the Just for Laughs Festival, which is the largest international comedy festival in the world, and no, I haven't been invited. The official Just for Laughs mascot is named Victor, who looks like some kind of evil Mike Wazowski. Ugh.
You could just go to it? Wait, you need tickets or you need to be invited to go to that? You know? What's a man got to do to get into that, that comedy event? What I got to do for that?
Though both Canada and the United States both celebrate Thanksgiving, Canada holds theirs a few weeks earlier than the Americans on the second Monday in October. This is all very confusing for those of us who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, although not quite as confusing as to why we don't. I mean, I'm thankful for stuff too. And I like turkey, sometimes if it's moist. Ugh, moist. Number 31. Roughly 40% of Canada's total landmass is covered in forest. Tremendous. Oh, I hate myself. Number 32. Though possibly the most famous lake monster resides in a Scottish loch, Canada has its own famous sea serpent, known as Ogopogo, supposedly living in Okanagan.
Oh, here we go, man. Don't start adding myths in this video, man. That's not a fact. It's a myth. We already learned about this, man. I'm so glad we did that topic, man. Of the myths that happen to go around Canada and the whole world. And I'm really curious, has anybody ever really seen this creature before? You know how deep that water has to be for something so big to live in there? Now, it's saying back in BC times or something, people have seen it or caught a glimpse. I'm like, well, we ain't the first creatures that was on this earth. We were definitely not the first species. Man, we probably had dinosaurs, water creatures. We got things on this earth right now that people still can't even mention or explain how it came about, how it was created, who made it, where it originated from. We don't know. It was probably left here. We live in such a big world, guys, and you just got to expand your mindset, man. You got to expand your mindset and realize that, sometimes the things that, it's hard to believe in, the unimaginable, sometimes it can be true. It can be real. So maybe they did see some type of creature. It's definitely not alive now. If it was, then they probably already killed that water creature or the Ogopogo, whatever it was called, and they probably already chopped him up and put him on a grill. They already chopped him up and did what they had to do with him, man. They ate him for a feast and everything. I don't think a creature that big, I don't think something such, that size would still be alive and everything. Nah.
Known as Ogopogo. Supposedly living in Okanagan Lake, British Columbia, Ogopogo is, apparently, between 15 metres and 25 metres long. Number 33. Halifax, the capital of the province of Nova Scotia, is closer to Dublin, Ireland than it is to Victoria, British Columbia. My God. Say it with me, Canada is big. Number 34. Putting its numerous snowy hills and mountains to good use, Canada holds the record for the most gold medals won by a country in a Winter Olympics, winning 14 medals for various forms of not falling over on slippery surfaces. Well done.
So what I'm hearing is that Canada is the best when it comes to winter sports, right? What about summer sports? What country got it for summer sports? I know I got lacrosse for summer, but hockey is a winter sport, man. I'm guessing that you got snowboarding, you got skating, you got so many winter sports in Canada that you could be playing in the Olympics. It's truly amazing, man, and that goes to show that there's a lot of talented people that play a lot of different sports. We got to just stop stereotyping Canada, thinking hockey, lacrosse. And people should be guessing basketball, at least because it was originated in Canada. What makes you think that Canadians are not playing basketball? What makes you think that Canadians are not playing football? What makes you think that they're not playing soccer? Come on now. They're playing lacrosse. They obviously play those other sports as well. People got to stop with the stereotypes, man. I feel like, hey, is Canada the best when it comes to the winter sports? Let me know. Like, what's your track record in the Olympics? I got to look at the Olympic stats, man. I might have to look at some Olympic videos if that's possible.
Number 35. Though Canadians are stereotypically polite and slow to anger, one notable exception is the popular comic book character Wolverine, who is from Alberta, Canada, bub. His frenemy, but mostly the enemy bit, Deadpool, also hails from the Great White North, too. Number 36. Oh. Canadians may be many things, but statistically speaking, stupid is not one of them. Canada is one of the most educated countries in the world. It's the only country on Earth in which more than 50% of the population is university educated. Show-offs. Number 37. Canadians are indeed a sporty lot too, and have contributed much to the world of sport.
Didn't we just talk about this? They play it all. Golf, tennis, volleyball. Do I gotta keep going? They do it all. They run track. They do all that, man. Swimming. I just don't know why some people stereotype. It's just Canada actually has way more broad options when it comes like to sports, because you got the winter. The winter over there is like, it's not the average winter. We know how it gets in Canada all around. We do have some warmer provinces, but Canada gets cold and it gets snowy. You guys take advantage of that throughout the winter time, man. There's a lot of snow sports and activities to take part in, man. Same for the fall and same for the summer. There's so many sports and activities to do outside. There's so much land, so much water for you to go on and do water sports, even boating stuff and everything, canoeing. Like, there's a million sports that you can do. It's not just about hockey, guys. Like, I'm talking to my Americans. It's not just about hockey. We might actually stop at like number 40. We might stop at like number 40 and continue with like a part 2, part 3. I don't really want this video to be too long for you guys, man. Honestly. I mean, my goodness. If we keep going, this video might be like an hour long.
Canadians are indeed a sporty lot too, and have contributed much to the world of sport.
Yeah.
For instance, basketball was invented in 1891 by Canadian James Naismith while teaching in Massachusetts. Originally, the baskets were actual baskets with closed bottoms. Every time the team scored, the ball had to be retrieved until someone had the bright idea to remove the bottom from the basket, no doubt making the game about 10 times less irritating. Number 38. Canada is well known for its distinctive dress national police force, known as the Mounties.
Yep.
Officially called the Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
But they don't wear that uniform all the time, though, I heard. Did some research as well. You don't wear that uniform all the time. Right?
They keep people in Canada safe from crime and the prospect of not having fabulously attired federal law enforcement. Both equally important jobs. Number 39.
What? Mounties, or members of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, RCMP, wear their iconic red uniforms known as Red Serge, primarily for ceremonial occasions and public events. So not all the time, okay. The red uniform is worn during parades, official ceremonies, special occasions such as Canada Day celebrations, public engagements. Mounties may also wear the red serge during community events and when representing the RCMP at various functions. Daily duty for regular patrols and operational duties, Mounties typically wear a standard operational uniform.
In addition to being enormous, cold, and bilingual, Canada is also pretty gosh darned progressive. In 2005, Canada became the third country in the world and the first country in the Americas to legalize same-sex marriage. Woo! Go Canada! Number 40. As it bears the image of the hilariously named common loon, the Canadian $1 coin is commonly known as a loonie. When the $2 coin was introduced, Canadians dubbed it the toonie, and imagine it's a fusion of the words two and loony, putting those university degrees to good use, I see.
Toonie.
Number 41.
Oh, wait. Oh.
As the vast majority of Canadians are in fact human, they require food in order not to die. There's a life hack for you. Canada has put its own unique twist on food, resulting in a number of delicious local dishes. Probably the most well-known internationally is poutine, which consists of fries topped with cheese curds and gravy and is both French-Canadian in origin and possibly the best frickin' idea I've ever heard.
I was so
God
unhealthy,
bless you,
though.
Canada.
Oh.
The meaning of life.
So unhealthy, though. But
The lovable Winnie the Pooh is in fact Canadian in origin. Author A.A.
Winnie the Pooh was Canadian? Get out of
Milne
here.
based the adorable yellow bear on a real bear from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Although it can't have looked exactly the same, right? Also, Winnie the Pooh doesn't exactly sound Canadian, but hey, who are we to judge? I've never made a lovable bear. Number 43. In perhaps the most stereotypical fact known to man, Canada is by far the world's biggest producer of maple syrup, with around 70% of the planet's supply coming from Quebec alone.
Man, we all knew that. Canada runs it when it comes to maple syrup. Come on, maple leaf on the come on, it's on the flag. The maple leaf is on a flag. They are known for the maple syrup. I want to go to one of them trees and collect some sap or something. Would they be doing that at them trees? They be poking holes in them and they be coming up with jaws and all that. I got to do that. I got to do the things that I be seeing in these videos. And, you know, I may not have an idea of what they are 100%, but I'm learning. What's that, like sap? Somebody said, hey, Strac, it's maple syrup coming out the tree. You must think I'm some type of fool. Look, okay, I see. I'm an American. I'm learning about your country. You know, I was clueless in the beginning of this journey. But now you're taking it overboard, man. You're not going to sit here and try to play me talking about, is maple syrup coming out the tree? Ain't no maple syrup coming out no tree. Ain't no maple syrup coming out no tree. It's sap. It's sap, right? My Canadians right now back me up, please, right? I'm not going crazy. And I don't want to sound ignorant if he was dropping a fact, you know, trying to educate a brother, and I'm over here denying the knowledge. We can't be doing that either, but I feel like it's sap. Ain't no maple syrup just coming out of a tree. Maple syrup is a sweet syrup made from the sap of maple trees. In cold climates, these trees store starch in their trunks and roots before winter. I'm reading it from right here. I don't even know if y'all can see that. I'm just reading the first thing. Right here, maple syrup is a sweet syrup. Maple syrup is a sweet syrup made from sap of maple trees in cold climates. These trees store starch in their trunks and roots before winter. This mouse is so sensitive. The starch is then converted to sugar that rises in the sap in late winter and early spring. There we have it. Easy clarification right there. Ended discussions, ended the arguments, ended debates. It is sap. I knew I was talking about. You see, he was trying to fool me. I don't know, he was joking or some dry humor. But you know me as typical American. I was taking it serious, man. If you guys enjoyed this video just as much as me, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and turn all post notifications on, especially if you are looking forward towards part 2, part 3, and part 4, if we can actually make a part 4 out of this video. Maybe just a part 2 and part 3, right? That's what I think. Feel free to follow my Twitch in the description down below as well, and feel free to share the link to your friends and family members, whoever you feel may be interested in joining the family along on the live streams on the daily basis, man. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 7 days a week. Let me know in the comments, please, were some of these facts accurate? I know most of them were, but not all of them. Talk about the Agapogo, Agapaga. Oh, man, I got to remember the name. Ogopogo, Agapaga. Yeah, that sea serpent. Man, come on. Maybe, you know, in BC times. But now, that thing is extinct. That thing is not living. But other than that, do you think the rest of these facts were accurate, man? Before we continue this journey of watching this video, 101 facts about Canada, I feel like they were accurate so far, you know, based on the other videos I previously watched and reacted to, and based on the other topics I have researched. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to continue this. I'm looking forward towards part 2 and part 3, man. Everyone stay safe, enjoy the weather in your beautiful country, and I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video.